Hey everyone, it's Ted, and today we're going to be doing a three-headed Etin. This is another Reaper one. I have a whole box full of Reapers, so we're going to be doing some Reapers so I can get through this painting. And I've been deciding how I'm going to paint this guy. There's many different ways you can paint him stuff, but I kind of settled on I'm going to do this Berserker Bloodshade contrast. So I'm going to go with this color and see what he looks like, and I'll start painting him, and be right back. Oh, okay. So I got the red all on them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take some water and I'm going to thin down some of the red on his chest just to give it definition. So basically, I'm turning the contrast into a glaze. So, so you can do it this way, or you can take a different color. I might actually add a different color. I don't know. There you go. All it does is just change. Just gives a little change. So he's not all the same color. A little around the chin, just thin it out a little bit. I'm gonna do some around his toes too. Oops, I forgot. Oh, it might help if I finish his toes down there. There we go. It's not much, but there is just a little transition. It's just a little lighter. Not much, but just a little that you can notice. Get all this excess I don't need down there. Everything else should be nice and dark. Yeah. So, I did miss completely miss his whole foot down here. So, there you go. All right. Takes care of the red. I might let this dry a little bit. I might let this because red is a strong color, so it's not quite red. It's like a burnished red, but it can alter colors you put next to it. So I'm going to wait till this fully dries before I move on to the next color. But looking at everything, make sure you got all. Make sure there's nothing white showing. All right. So, but the color I'm going to do next, snake bite. I'm going to do his club, his mace here, and probably the keg on its back. So do the mace, same thing. Snakebite leather is one of my go-to colors. I use it for all my browns. Or if I'm painting horses and stuff, this is really good for horses too. That's a beautiful brown. I want to go here, do this club. Do the whole end. Now, take some, thin out the bottom like that. So that's the wood on the inside is a lighter brown. So let's move on to the rest of the wood. It does take too much to thin it out. So I got that. Around this way. I say you can get holders for these too. I got one somewhere over there. I'm outside the room, but I'm like, he's big enough base and stuff. Plenty of places to grab onto. You just work your way through all this tangled rope. So I'll finish this up, do a couple more things brown. I'll be right back. Okay. I decided to do this pouch and this belts in the brown, so it's all in brown. And top the club, just thinned it out a little bit. And this made it lighter on top. So you got the wood on the inside. You got your bark and the wood. Now, he has a lot of leather on him. So the straps, I'm going to use different colors of brown and stuff like that. So he has like straps on his right arm, his leg, and he has straps on his weapons. I'm going with Agros Dunes. It's a lighter shade of brown. I'll throw this on and see what it looks like. So we'll put it on. I'll thin it out a little bit. So there's two different ways you can do it. You can put it on, you can thin it before you put it on, and just paint it on like a thin wash. But a lot of times I just like to just put it on and just kind of draw it down into. Adds different effects, layers, your coloration and stuff. So well, plus this is an Etin, so stuff shouldn't be looking brand spanking new anyway. So this is very well used. Depends on where he got it from too. So I put some on thick. Take some water, put it in here, and you just drag it around. Yeah, like that. There you go. That's the straps on his arms. He has leather straps here, but I'm going to do a different color. I'm going to go with Gore Grunta Fur. No, actually, I might hold off. I might do his Gargut Sewer for that. I'm going to save that. I might use that leather for his clothes. Yeah, this is like a grimy brown. So get that in there. With that one. See, that's up. Doing it this way, it doesn't take you long to get painted. And don't bother what other people say. Oh, that's good painted. Yeah, use contrast. It doesn't matter. You paint for what you want to paint for. And you're painting for yourself. You're not painting for anyone else. So this is just to get miniatures painted and get things. I really like that brown. So you know what? I'm going to do the keg in that brown too. So I'm looking for any white. I know I'm going to do the keg. So I'm going to paint the keg. Careful not keep a lot of off the ropes. Yeah, so you just kind of work your way around. Okay, this is where he keeps his water, liquor, probably liquor, that he borrowed from some nice travelers along the road. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what kind of miniature it is or how much detail it is or not. It does. And the one secret about paint, use as few paints as possible. If you do a miniature, a lot of stuff, you use a lot of different color paints, it becomes really muddled on the look. So, but by just changing thing out certain paints, you can use them multiple times, and they do look different just by how you thin them out. And if it's too thin, then you can always go back and add more. So like that, like around his bandages got too thin, so it lost some of the definition. So you just go back to the color. If you're going to put a wash on it, you don't have to worry about it because the wash will fill in those ones. If you're not, then you can come back and just add a little more definition just to fill in. Just like that. So just double checking everything, make sure. Hey, I'm gonna do his mouth right now. His mouth, I usually use Vulpes paint for mouths. This he just all over his tongue, his back of the throat, whole inside. Here, I'm gonna get some of his lip. It's curled out. Oh, he has a little lip stitch on here. I'm just going to do a little lip. Oh, hi there. One of my kids come up and check me out. All right. All right. So I'm just going to let him completely dry now. So I'll come back when he's dry and we'll finish him up. All right, everyone. Now I'm going to do the ropes on him. I'm going to use Skeleton Horde. This is a very light brown. Let's go right over the. And you don't have to worry about getting it on the other brow because it's not going to be seen. Okay, got the rope there. Got the rope around the cask. Got rope around the teddy bear. And you look, get the rope around this bag here. There we go. Do that now. Um, for this bag, I'm going to go. I'm going to add some color to them. I'm going to use Flesh Tears Red. That's for this bag right here on this side right here. So this will add some color. Right there, there's a little punch of color. There's a patch there. I got some right on the patch. So remove that. All right. Now he has like a could probably with a jerkin. I'm gonna go with rattling grind for that. It's a it's a like a dirty brownish black. I'm gonna throw that on there for us. And I'm gonna paint the fur a different color. So we get this section here. This teddy bear. Here. So, like a strap going around over the shoulder here. All right. Now I'm gonna do he has a leather strap on his foot down here. From it, he does have some like where he sewed them together. So just go around that if you want to. And the arm guard up here, it's leather too. So this way, all his armor is the same. All his cloth and armor, same. So it will all go together. So get that done. Go back, make sure you got no white showing. Brown, so a little this has a little shade. You can do like a darker brown on top of the lighter brown. Add some shade to the cask. little to the belt to make the center of the belt a little bit darker. There we go. All right. Now, yes, for here, I'm just going to go with a gray. Silica gray. And just go and fill this in. Gray. And he had some gray fur around this leather he has in his foot too. There you go. He does has. I did miss one belt loop. He has some rope behind this bag too. I missed it. All filled in. Now he has this patch on the side there. I'm just going to use a bright green. No, I won't use this dark green. Use all dollar elemental just to paint over this patch right there. There we go. Now for the teddy bear, I was thinking about that. What would be a good color? And what is it? Space Wolf Gray. Get the pigment mixed up. There we go. This bluish gray. There we go. So this way, with all those browns I painted at them, these couple colors will really make it stand out. Oh, he's waving to us. Oh, that's so nice. So there we go. Teddy bear done. He has a patch right on the stomach, so I'm going to paint that a different color. For the patch, I'm going to do this. Use blue. There we go. Well, also this blue, the thread that he used to sew these up, it's going to be blue thread. So it's another way you can add some color. Just like that. Oh, also has some thread on his arm guard. So I put some blue over this brown, so it comes out. It looks like a dirty brown. So it looked like it was blue at one time, but now it's dirty down. So the one of the last main colors is going to be black. And paint everything I need to be painted black, which is quite a lot of things. So we'll start at the bottom. Let's see. Nope, I'm not going to. I'm going to do the toes in a different color, but yes, the belt buckle. There's a little belt buckle there. I'm just gonna put a little shading there. Then what it is, you just kind of walk around, find anything metal that you think. So back here on this cask, it's gonna have wrought iron hoops. There. So, all right. Now up on this club here is all these uh, steel or metal shoved into it. Or oh, do the same thing. Just look. Make sure you got all the white. Now he has his big mace head. Look at the get that done. So that's all the base color. Now for his teeth and then with those nails now. Ooh, he does have some studs on his gauntlet. Not his gauntlet, but his wrist guard on this side. He just has some metal studs. So I'm going to go over here and just pick those out with black. Just like that. Now for his nails and teeth, I'm going to Gargax sewage. Let's go through and do his nails. Give him a pedicure, then give him a manicure. Oh yeah, and pick his teeth out. Which is not that hard because he doesn't have very many. Right there. Now, I gotta let everything dry, then I'll go over. Okay, I do have big white section right there. Back over it and just build some brown. There we go. There's a section there now. Yep, so give it a once over. Oh, and the teddy bear has No, this will work. Now, on his mouth, I want his mouth to be more stand out. So you can use a black wash on there if you want to. So I'm going to use this non-oil to make his mouth just more. Oh, no, I'm going to go with anthrax. Make it more brownish, more rotten. There we go. Right. See, more looking at these straps, more I'm going to put a wash on them. There you go. So now with the anthrax, it gives it a nice dirty wash. There you go. A little down here. So now we're going from the strictly contrast. Now slowly add some washes in here just to um, um, X X areas that you want to show off more. So if you got like warts and stuff, you can go back with purples and stuff and try and build up those warts and stuff. Like this bear here. I'm gonna do that in brown too. He doesn't keep very much stuff clean. I don't consider him a very clean guy. So let's do a quick once over. Let's see what. So I'm going to add around his eyes. I'm going to add a little blue. It's going to be a blue wash. Night shader. Give him just like accent his eyes a little bit. Just add some coloring to the face instead of this all being one color. Just has some coloration around his. That's it. If it's just too much, just add some water. Then it'll thin it out. So once you do it, it's too much. Just add a little water to it, and you can take your brush and just wipe it away. But it's just something you just learn to work with. So he does have like a couple warts on his face. So for that, no, this Gucci purple. So it's like you find it, he has a wart. There's just a little blop there. I want to do a little in his ears. There we go. This way, it just kind of, how I say, we're going to dry brush him anyway, so that's going to help out soften some of it down too. So, oh yeah, on this chest here, I'm going to do this too. There you go. If it's a bit too strong, I'll add some water to thin it out just. So, I said there's no wrong way to use the colors, there's no right way. It's just the way that you want to use the colors. Let's see. So The gray's almost done. It's all. Yeah, I still have some areas that uh, air bubbles have popped. So I'm going to use black. Now with the black, you can go and touch them up, and it looks like shadows and stuff. Some of these air bubbles are like back in areas, so you can use the black. They hit them, then it just looks like shadow. So underneath this, finish that off. I didn't miss anything there. So yep, I just need to let this guy dry, and I'm going to brush him. I'm going to use non-metallic. This one I use white to make that look like metal. Then I'm going to rush it up a little bit. Yeah. So I just need to let this guy completely dry now. And once it's dry, I'll be right back. Okay. He's all dried now. So I'm going to do the metallic parts. I'll start off with a bright neutral gray. You can just use metallic paints to do all the metal, but I'm just going to stay with little non-metallic, which is just basically you just paint it gray, and this looks like metal. That's all. It just gives it a different effect. So take light gray and go over it. All the metal. Little buckle here. The bands on this beer keg back here. Get the rest of the metal on the studs here. All right. And let that dry a few minutes. And then the next color to come in will be a white. This a white. Yeah, right there. Yep. This is just gonna dry brush right over the. Just trying to get the higher peaks. There. Belt buckle. The studs. This club. So with that white, I'm just going to go over and do a little dry brush on the whole thing now. You just kind of hit the high points. All you're doing, you're just adding a little bit more layer because I'm going to do another step on this. As I look at it, I did miss some areas over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use some oils on it to cover my oil because even I look at it, he's still a little bit too bright for I want it. So I'm gonna put a little black oil on them. It's gonna dull it down a little, and it'll just bring out those crevices and stuff like that. So just creases and what the white will do is highlight all the edges and stuff. So just give it. to his face. Brighten up edges. All right. Yeah, that's not gonna take very long to dry. So, well, that's drying for a couple. I'll show you the oil I'm gonna use. Basically, all it is an art. It's artist. Um, um, oil. I got this Hobby Lobby. This is Master's Touch, but and oh, this you just need a cheap black, but you can use any color oil black. So you don't need very much because a lot. Because that might be a little bit too much, but if you buy a big tube, this I've used this tube for almost 2 years now, and it's not even halfway gone yet. So you got a lot. You can use a lot. So you get some mineral oil in there, and you just get a cheap brush. These are I got this at Hobby Lobby too. It's like $5 for a pack of 20 of these things. So and you take the mineral oil, and the oil. Together. Okay, we'll keep mixing up the black and the mineral spirits. This a lot of times this takes a little practice, trial and error to get the right consistency. But so mix that up. You put it to the side. And if it's too thick, it's a bit too thick. Just put a little bit more in there. Just so even after you put it on them, you can thin it out. So basically, what you're doing, you're making a um, wash or glaze. Because with oils, it works both ways. But I'm just so because it's going to darken them up a little bit, just like a glaze will, but also go in the crevices and bring those out and stuff like that. So it's also a shade too. So all you do is take it and just dab it on. And what I like to do, I like to work in one area and work your way through so you know you covered the whole thing. So we're gonna start at the bottom, go through his legs. Plus, doing it with the washes, any areas that you missed will actually be filled in with the oil paint. So with the wash, so you can also use Agrath Earth Shade and stuff like this. But what I like about the oils is once it's dry, it leaves like a coating on it because the oil wash is still on it if you don't see it. So it acts like a protector too for the paint. So like I say, once you put the wash on, you find out it's a little bit too dark. Then you take your mineral spirit again, clear, and go over it, and that can thins it right out and stuff like that. So it's going to take a while for this to dry. One thing about the oils is that it does takes a little bit longer to dry than water. But I said if it's a nice warm day out, you just stick this outside for a little bit. It'll dry really quickly. So there you go. So now I just need to let him dry, and he'll be all set. And for cleanup, all you need to do, well, is just paper towel, spit in there, clean your brush. And that's it. Nice, quick, and fast. So, get this out of the way. So that's him. Just let him dry, and he be all done. So, and that's a three-headed Entin. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you want to. You can ask questions if you want. So, until later, guys. Until the next one. Have a good day and just keep on painting, enjoying what you're doing. All right. Good night, guys.